Hello and welcome in, Cosmic Traveler. Before we dive into this ritual, I want to take a moment to introduce myself and share a little bit about my journey on this creative project. The year 2023 brought on a crazy amount of awakening moments and a dark night of the soul I was not prepared for, but let's be real, who is? I was fighting it so hard for almost an entire year and even into the following year. If you're not familiar with dark nights of the soul experiences, we all have them, and they all create major shifts in our life. Some of us have many of these loads to carry due to generational trauma, repeated patterns, and cycles we stay trapped in for comfort. A huge common theme I've noticed, not just in myself, but in my clients, students, friends, and family, is the fear of not being enough or feeling undeserving. I struggled before with introducing myself. I think for fear of putting my name on something and standing out, I treated myself as though I wasn't good enough to be in the spotlight. This fear and mistreatment of myself were patterns created long before I existed. We all carry DNA passed down from our family and our ancient ancestors. This DNA tells us how to survive through the very patterns and stories of all these past people, many we don't even know. The stories and commentary that get played in our heads are all voices of past generations and their ways of communicating to help us survive. It's all built around this need to survive. So sometimes it sounds like Grug from the movie The Croods, the prehistoric caveman that didn't allow his family to do anything for fear of their survival. These words become our comfort and our safety and hold us in the state of fear, of never being enough or worthy, which in turn holds us back from experiencing the abundance of the universe. This past year, I spent a lot of time grounding and working on my nervous system, cutting back on all the things I felt helped me mask deep-rooted feelings, among others. Through Sahim and ancestral energy work, I became aware of my patterns, learned what purpose they served, and how I could help myself reframe or use that energy in more productive ways. It's beyond beautiful because as I began to do this deep work, I not only felt myself healing, but I also felt this warm embrace of my ancestors, guides, and source assisting me. This healing was happening across timelines and dimensions. I believe in this work so much that I knew I had to continue teaching and sharing my own story. This is the basis of Sahim. It's the connection of storytelling to learn, feel, see, and communicate across all frequencies so that we can heal ourselves and the world. So let me introduce myself. My name is Leslie, and I am a little obsessed with energy. I think I now have over 27 different certifications in the spiritual field. I love the feeling of freedom, joy, love, and live for deep emotional, cultural, and spiritual connections. I enjoy being a forever student. I love learning and teaching how all energy, whether it be colors, sounds, deities, angels, elements, and so on, will all connect back to you, me, us. And just knowing this shows me how abundant we truly are. I'm starting these rituals to help share practices in ways that we can connect to ourselves. Use what resonates with you, and always remember that you have the free will to choose whatever timeline you wish to be on. Only you have the power to create the shifts you desire. Please never give that power away to anybody else. After owning a large spiritual shop in California, I noticed an overwhelming amount of people coming in, and they were all following the same themes, patterns, frequencies. One was of love, and we'll touch on that next time, but the other one was abundance. Abundance has become so rooted in survival. I even noticed it in myself. As a small business owner, I got to the point where I was having difficulty selling goods when people were in such desperation. I had a lot of empathy, but I also had this need to survive. I had employees, rent, utilities, and crazy taxes I had to pay. I started realizing our priorities in surviving had become about looking for outside sources to save us. You need these crystals, incense, jump up and down 10 times, chant this 40 times, put this in your bra, put it under your pillow, wear this color, put this oil on. You may have a curse, make more ads, buy more, insert whatever. Really, I've heard so many things, and many have left me questioning what we've been taught. The truth is, it's you, it's me, it's us, it's our DNA, and it's trying to survive in these modern times. It's struggling to survive because it's become too much, and it all falls back on not being enough. This is why we're seeing so many different imbalances, especially pertaining to mental health. Our society keeps pushing the envelope of new expected ways to survive financially, socially, academically, as a man, as a woman, and everything in between. This toll has not only put a strain on our mental health, but also on our physical health, leaving us unable to make choices and always looking to someone else to save us or give us the answers, a quick fix pill, instead of deeply looking within and uncovering the stories that we've been suppressing. We got to this point of tirelessly overworking ourselves into burnout jobs where there may be little to no fulfillment and little to no time for yourself, your family, your goals, your hobbies, dreams, anything outside of this regular weekly schedule. I believe these are the things that have to be said, seen, and heard and acknowledged before we can actually dive into how to reclaim abundance. It's not a simple solution. This will require commitment on your end. It's taken me years to learn how to reframe what my DNA and the supporting societal structures have enforced in my beliefs. But anything that creates lasting quality change will take time. Today, we will embark on a powerful journey of reclaiming our ancestral wisdom around value, worth, and currency. These concepts go beyond material possession and tap into what we hold sacred, how we recognize our inherent significance, and how we exchange our energy with the world. Together, let us honor these truths and step into our spiritual sovereignty. Value is what we hold most important. It reflects our personal priorities and shapes our reality. Worth is our inherent significance. It is innate and cannot be defined by external factors. Currency is how we exchange energy based on what we value. It symbolizes the flow of energy in our lives. But how did our understanding of these concepts become so skewed? Colonial systems imposed ideas of worth and value that stripped many cultures of their ancestral wisdom. Indigenous communities, for example, once thrived in systems of shared abundance, where value was based on collective well-being and worth was intrinsic. Colonial forces introduce hierarchies, capitalism, and material wealth as measures of worth, severing many from the sacred flow of energy that currency once represented. These imposed ideas have led us to associate our value with productivity, possessions, and external validations. But now we are reclaiming what was always ours. The understanding that our worth is inherent, our values sacred, and our currency a natural flow of energy that supports life in all forms. When we align our inner worth with what we value, our personal currency flows naturally, leading to abundance in all forms. This ritual is designed to reclaim your ancestral wisdom, connect with your inherent worth, and restore the sacred flow of energy. You can perform this during the new moon for new intentions, or a full moon for release and healing. You'll need a white and yellow candle, white representing cleansing, divine light, and ancestral guidance, and the yellow representing action, flow, joy, abundance. A bowl of water representing life, emotions, and the flow of energy. An earth element, such as a crystal, a stone, or even soil, salt, symbolizing grounding and stability. A satin ribbon or a string to weave your intentions into your lineage. Journal and a pen for reflections. It's optional to have ancestral photos or even symbols of ancestors you may be working with to invite your ancestors into this space with you for this ritual. Step 1, you will want to create a sacred space. Find a quiet place where you can feel connected, light a candle, and say, I call upon my ancestors, known and unknown, from every timeline and lineage. I honor your strength, wisdom, and love. Guide me as I reclaim my value, worth, and sacred flow. Step 2. Dip your fingers into the bowl of water and gently touch your forehead, heart, and hands. Say to yourself, I cleanse myself of all stories and systems that have denied my worth. I release any energy that is not mine to carry. Step 3. Pray over the materials. Before proceeding, take a moment to bless the items that you are using. Especially focus on the bowl of water, which represents life and emotional flow. Hold your hands over the water and say, Sacred waters of life, I bless you with the power of intention. May you cleanse, purify, and flow with the wisdom of my ancestors. As I work with you today, may my intentions be carried to the spiritual realms, bringing healing, balance, and restoration to my lineage. May this water hold the energy of clarity, truth, and sacred exchange. Repeat similar blessings over the candles and the earth elements. Divine light, illuminate my path and connect me to the wisdom of my ancestors. Sacred earth, ground me to my worth and keep me steady in my truth. Hold the satin ribbon or string and say, this ribbon carries my intentions across time and space. As I weave, I bind my values, my worth, and my sacred currency to the fabric of life. Step 4, weave your intention. Hold the ribbon or string and say, I weave my value into the fabric of time. I weave my worth into my body and soul. I weave my currency into my flow of life. May my energy be balanced, my worth unshakable, and my value sacred. As you speak, tie 3 knots in the ribbon, 1 for each intention. The first knot for value, the second knot for worth, and the third knot for currency. Step 5, reflect and journal. Take a moment to write down what you value most in life. How do you honor your worth daily? Where are you investing your personal currency, your time, energy, and love? What ancestral wisdom are you seeking to reclaim today? Recite a closing affirmation. Before blowing out the candle, say to yourself, I stand in my sovereignty. I honor the flow of my energy, my worth, and my sacred truth. As I heal myself, I heal my lineage, past, present, and future. Thank you for tuning into this new series and for hearing my truth. Know that everything takes time, and it's all about recognizing the patterns we choose to follow. In the places where we continuously give, only to feel drained, overwhelmed, dissatisfied, or angry, we create blockages that prevent the energetic flow of abundance from entering our lives. The more that we learn to maintain balance and connect with these patterns, the more we create space for new energetic frequencies to come through. I encourage you to try this ritual and allow yourself to feel worthy of receiving in all its forms. Trust that the universe will provide, just as long as you continue to leave the flow unblocked and open. Thank you for joining me in this sacred space. May you continue to walk forward in abundance and aligned with your true flow.